Based on further investigation, the direct superior is Eugene from the Future Charity Foundation, the victim of the third case who is presumed to be dead. Chamber of Silence case. The case is estimated to have happened on August 11, NF113. The number of victims is not yet confirmed, but it is estimated to be between 1 and 13. The only confirmed victim, Eugene, is the founder of the Future Charity Foundation. The crime scene is the site of his murder. Night of August 11 and NF113. Theoretically, after the third case, the crime scene is located at the famous private club, the Sunset Club. Under the killer's plan, the site was exposed by the media. Other information is to be provided. First, we must determine the killer's purpose for exposing. Killer's purpose for exposing? Oh, exposing the crime scene, right? Mania flower fragment. Mania flower appearing in the form of flower. Yeah, we already read all these. Nameplate is the same. Meeting minutes. What the hell is that? Oh, right. Fun flow records. Polymer of mania flowers, right? Communication device 2, which we didn't get a call from. What we got? The communication recorder decoded with the cipher. It helps heaps of messages between Eugene and the two previous victims as the other founding members of the charity foundation. He seems to be a key figure in the revenge plan. 8:30 BS203, the fourth scene. At the Sunset Club, the fourth crime scene, the banquet guests ironically become food for the flowers. Very funny.
Hey, wanna know what you can buy from me with your life?
Out of breath, Christina arrives at the Sunset Club. It's a major hotel in East Side, usually bustling with people. Today, there are even more people gathered outside. All reporters and bystanders were forced to leave the scene. Of course, there's also a group of East Side sheriffs and FSC soldiers who have come late to clear the scene.
Gossip TV reporting. Why is the Public Security Bureau of East Side still sealing off the scene? What secrets are they hiding?
Can you tell us what the FAC's compensation case has to do with this case? Were there any sinners involved in the case?
Why does this public security case involve the FAC? Is this within their jurisdiction? Is the killer seeking revenge because the FAC pocketed the funds?
Me! Interview me! This is definitely related to the FAC's recent agenda. They can't hide their truth forever. Some say the FAC is not a shield protecting the city, but a dangerous organization secretly undermining its security. What's your comment on this?
The clamor and intermittent flashes make the scene increasingly chaotic. Everyone's gonna push their agenda and make money out of it. What the hell is that in the middle? It looks like a dog with like a split open belly or something. Christina remains silent, trying her best to squeeze through the crowd. The shouting reporters are easily pushed aside by her. The detectives guarding the scene let her through after glancing at her intern ID. Inspector Dole, stands at the hotel entrance, shaking his head when he sees her.
No need to look. The scene is no longer useful.
What do you mean by no longer useful?
Despite his words, she insists on going in. First, she's stunned by the astonishing scene, then immediately understands what the inspector meant. Even though the scene is now sealed off, the first people to enter were reporters who got wind of the news. Their curiosity is enough to destroy everything. It looks the fucking same to me. Let's look at the food. Maybe they didn't eat. In a plate containing fruit, meat, the food has not been consumed, but there are signs that it has been purposely restored. The food here is arranged very neatly, but Christina knows this is just an illusion. After all, these reporters would do anything for first-hand news. Through a magnifying glass, she sees countless fingerprints on the foods and plates. The seemingly neat scene is the result of the detective's best efforts to restore it, but it's no longer useful for investigation. What about this? A stainless steel kitchen cart standing next to the dining table covered in fingerprints that are estimated to belong to 20 people. Investigate. Fingerprints on the kitchen cart are even more obvious. Christina even suspected that someone secretly took food from the cart. Fortunately, this group of intruders did leave her a key clue, a guest list. Guest list under a dinner table with the names of the guests neatly written on it. Investigate. The guest list is a total of 13 guests with check marks next to their names. 12 people is like a list of those who attended the banquet, or a death list. Wasn't Eugene's name marked? Is the criminal trying to mislead us, or was Eugene unable to attend? What about this? Dinner plate containing a generous amount of meat and egg. Despite the lack of decaying or unusual smells, there are signs that the food has been purposefully restored. The closer to the center, the fewer the fingerprints on the table. Seems that this is what happens when... It seems that what stopped the reporters from completely ruining the scene was not moral consciousness, but the mania flowers at the center. Again, one of these paintings. Christina is observing the painting in the banquet hall, which is identical to the ones in the previous scene, except there's no secret chamber behind this one. From the long table in the center to the scattered chairs, the paintings on the wall, these two crime scenes are strikingly symmetrical. Is this a result of murder's obsession or just an interesting coincidence? Just look at it again. Maybe just look at it this. Christina again moved towards the center of the dining table. The red petals are as vivid as fresh blood, exude an unsettling aura. The petal shape are distorted or irregular, as if twisted and fused into a flower by some strange power. Rather than flowers, it looks more like an organism that made out of numerous lives, a living mania tree. What is this? Guest list. The complete guest list of the banquet, all 13 of them are founding members of the future charity organization. Only Eugene's name is not checked. It looks like he couldn't make it because he got killed before that. We'll look at this again. There should still be something worth investigating in the scene. She should be more cautious. Items on the dining table should still hold some information. In the midst of the middle room, there's a huge dining table. The surface covered with spotless tablecloth, soft in color, embroidered with exclusive patterns. The dining table has various utensils such as knives, forks, spoons, chopsticks on it. The food on the table is brightly colored, reflecting an eerie light. Christina carefully examines the item on the dining table, trying her best not to be distracted by the most eye-catching cluster of blooming red. What does it want me to do exactly? Before Christina began her investigation, Inspector Dole and his team had already examined every corner of the scene.
Yeah, we've checked. There are signs of damage everywhere. All the clues have been contaminated. Some things have been moved around, and maybe some have been taken away. Those announcements sent to the media were timely. Why didn't they send us one too?
But the criminal sent the letter to destroy the scene or to expose everything, as Sherm suggested. It's hard to determine now, but in any case, they were indeed late. As the operation approaches, FSC faces mounting public pressure. If this is the purpose of the underground, they've achieved their goal. For the first time, the mentor didn't leave Christina a puzzle, but instead wreaked havoc on the scene. Wait, are there really no puzzles here? No place for her to explore?
Among all 13 elders of the Charity Foundation, why was only one of them moved to another scene? Why go to the trouble of arranging two symmetrical scenes? The reason for the retaliation against the Charity Foundation is clear. But even if she's doing this as a payback, this doesn't make sense. She could have just arranged this one extravagant scene. Why?
Christina vaguely realizes that whether the mentor intended or not, both scenes hid some information.
Inspector, I have some ideas. I would like to head back to the third scene later. Before that, there's one more thing at the fourth scene I was hoping you could investigate.
But this scene has already been completely destroyed.
Isn't there still a clue? The one that even the most gossip-loving reporter didn't dare to touch?
Christina looks at the terrifyingly large bouquet at the dining table, intimidating and fully contaminated by mania. No one dared to touch it. Whether there are puzzles, there is the possibility of uncovering the truth. Looking at the determined Christina, Dole can only let out a long sigh. He can't really deal with this in turn. At Christina's strong insistence, the intelligence department tested the flowers again, and the result of this test is as Christina thought. The intelligence department detected the DNA of 12 people on this organism, corresponding exactly to the 12 broken flowers in the conference room. This is what Clique wants to hide, all the feints and all the mystery of the third, that Eugene is alive, is that it? All the feints and the mystery of the third and the fourth scene of the poem, which is to hide a secret, and the secret is hidden in the third scene, the conference room. That Eugene is not dead, is that it? Search complete.
That's it?
This is Countess, whatever her name is.